Hey everybody, it's time for another video quick look, and today I'm going to show you the DoneRight Timer. It's for you cooks out there. If you recall, some of you, I did a quad timer, American Innovatives Chef Quad Timer review not too terribly long ago, and this is another take on that same concept. Let's open it up and see if it's any better. Using the handy zebra open-its. Let's open this thing up. I love these things. It's so nice not to slice your hands open when you're trying to get into these darn sealed packages. I hate these things. Alright, let's try this. See, wasn't that easy? See, you can see this thing is shaped like a little oven. We have a timer here on the front, and then one for each of your stove top cooker things, whatever you want to call them. So let's see here. How do we turn this thing on? Well, there's a battery compartment. Uh-oh. Takes 4 AA batteries, and they aren't included. So I'm going to go hunt around for some batteries, install them, and then we'll take a look at how this thing works. Okay, I'm back with some batteries installed so we can check out how this thing works. I am noticing right off the bat that you can't, let me see if I can get this in the, you can't look directly at the LCDs for these timers because the digits don't show up. Now if I start to, see that? If I start to tip it back, that's when they become visible. So straight on, you can't see them. Tip it back here and they become visible. So now how this works is each one of these timers is supposed to represent the burners on your stove. So you have 4 burners on the top of your stove, and there are 3 buttons for each timer. So if you press the +5, it adds 5 minutes to the time. Press the, it's hard to do this backwards, 1, it adds 1 minute, and then when you press the start stop, it starts the countdown. So I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. And then on the front you have a timer for your oven, and it's the same method of adding time for the timer. Now there isn't a way to subtract time. What you can do is, so I mean, if we have 5 minutes and we start the countdown for the timer, if you decide, well, you didn't really want 5 minutes, you really wanted 1 minute, you just stop it, hold down the button for a few seconds, and as you can see, it resets it. You also might notice that this main timer here on the front, the LCD seems to look kind of faded in areas. Some of the digits look faded, if you ask me. I'm using rechargeable batteries. I don't know if that has something to do with it or not, but I mean, it works okay, but it just seems like the digits are slow to refresh, and some of them aren't as dark. The segments aren't as dark as other segments. But anyway, this one is still counting down. I'm going to reset it here real quick so we can see what happens when one of the timers actually fires off. So okay, so I've set it for 1 minute up there in the upper corner. You can see it counting down. So we'll sit here for a minute, start humming the Jeopardy theme song. Okay, I didn't want you to have to sit through the whole minute, so here we are, counting down the last few seconds, and you can see what happens when the timer goes off. So as you can see, it starts blinking blue, and it has a kind of annoying buzzer noise. Same thing happens on the front timer. This is easy to set. I'll give it that. It's easier to set than this other timer that I reviewed. This one has a time of day clock on it, but I mean, everybody probably already has a clock in their kitchen anyway, so I mean, that's not a deal breaker. And with this one, you can only see 2 of your timers at any one time on the display. And this one, I mean, you could see all 5 timers. They're all independent of each other, and they can all be set differently, and they'll go off, you know, whenever the time is up on each one. The only thing I don't like about this is the weird problem with the LCD on this front timer, but it's not a big deal. So I mean, there you have it. It runs on 4 AA batteries, which aren't included. It is kind of big, but I mean, most people should have enough room on their counter for something like this. It's handy if you're cooking a bunch of different things on your stove that all require different times, so I'll give it that. I mean, you could use it for other things too, I suppose. So there you have it, the DoneRight timer. Thanks.